Mr. Speaker.
Order. Questions for oral answer. Ms. Anthea Ong.
Question 1, sir.
Mr. Speaker, sir, may I have your permissions to take question 1 and 2, please?
Yes, please.
Thank you, sir. Sir, we recognize that marriages between Singapore citizens and non-resident residents can sometimes face unique circumstances, such as cross-cultural differences. Therefore, in 2014, MSF introduced the Marriage Preparation Program, or MPP, and another program, Marriage Support Program, MSP, to help these transnational couples. These two programs are designed to help transnational couples build a strong foundation for their marriage. The MPP focuses on key marital status, such as the roles and expectations, communications, and conflict management, while NSP follows up on the MPP post-marriage by helping non-resident spouses adapt to life in Singapore. These two programs are well received, with more than 98% of the MPP participants reporting that the program has prepared them for marriage and that they could apply what they had learned to their marriage. Similarly, more than 97% of the NSP participants said that the program has helped non-resident spouses adjust to living in Singapore. So in 2015, we further introduced the friendship program, where a trained volunteer is matched to a non-resident spouse to help him or her integrate into Singapore. And more than 85% of the non-resident spouses who had participated in the friendship program reported that the program has helped them adjust to living in Singapore. To help non-resident spouses feel a sense of belonging in their community, the People's Association also organizes informal chit-chat sessions to bring transnational families, the new immigrant families, and their neighbors together. And between 2016 and 2018, PA organized 243 chit-chat sessions at residence committees and neighborhood committees, reaching out to about 15,600 residents. So, most children from transnational families attend our local schools, just like other Singaporean children, and they interact with students of different backgrounds in their classes and CCA. Through the character and citizenship education curriculum in schools, children also learn about our society's norms and values. Being immersed in our local school environment is the best and the most natural way to ensure that they are integrated, and children of transnational families do just as well in school as any other children. That in terms of employment, over the last 3 years, an average of 14,000 non-resident spouses holding long-term visit pass were employed in Singapore each year with a letter of consent issued by MOM. This figure includes non-resident grooms and brides married to either Singaporeans or permanent residents. So, transnational marriages are as resilient as marriages between Singaporeans. The divorce rates for transnational marriages before the 5th and the 10th year of their marriage anniversaries are comparable to that of for Singaporean marriages from the same cohorts. For non-resident spouses of Singaporeans whose marriages end in divorce, ICA would generally facilitate their continued stay in Singapore through a renewable LTVP as long as they have custody over young Singaporean children. This is to allow them to care for their Singaporean children here. They can also seek support from community agencies for a range of financial assistance and social services. They can also approach the social service officers for an assessment of their other needs. And SSOs and our family service centers will also provide help and social emotional support if the need arises.
Ms. Anthea Ong.
Thank you, MOS, for the clarification. What prompted me to ask the question was that 1 in 3 marriages in Singapore involve a Singaporean and foreigner, and we understand that a quarter of our babies born are born to a Singaporean and a foreigner parent. So in light of what you have shared, thank you very much for that. Does the ministry have plans, be it in the long or short term, to introduce new policies or strengthen existing policies?
So I thank the member for very useful questions. And every child born in Singapore, whether it's by Singaporean couples or between a non-resident spouse and Singaporean, is a child of Singapore. So we will do our best to help them. And in MFF, I have mentioned that we have 3 programs to help transnational couples, particularly the foreign spouse, to adapt to the living in Singapore. And we also have the letter of consent issued by MOM to help the foreign spouse to find work and employment in Singapore. So we have actually a few programs to help them. Like, for example, I mentioned the marriage preparation program and the marriage support program, as well as friendship programs. All these are designed to help foreign spouses to adapt to Singapore and eventually be integrated with our societies. And we know, although I mentioned that these few programs actually have produced very positive results, but there are always rooms for improvements. So as a matter of fact, my ministry now is doing, in the midst of doing a review on the MPP and NSP, just to make sure that we will find out whether there are shortcomings in the programs, and if they are, then we will want to strengthen them further. And in the process, we will also explore whether there is a need to offer new programs and all that. If there is a need, we will seriously consider them. Thank you.